Oftentimes you'll find that the units of the quantity that you either measured or were given in a problem isn't necessarily the most useful unit for what it is that you need to be doing. So sometimes it's useful to convert a quantity from one unit to another. So let's just go through a quick example of what this looks like. All right, so before we get bogged down in the details, let's just look at the mathematical process that we're doing so you understand what you're doing. Just imagine that you're starting with 35 of something. So if you multiply 35 by 1, and multiply it by 1 again, then multiply it by 1 again, what you end up with is 35. All right, no surprises there, right? Okay, so this is the process that we're going to do. So let's see what I actually mean by this. Well, let's imagine you're driving down the road in your car, and your speedometer reading tells you that you're moving at 35 miles per hour. And then say you're crossing the border into another country, and you want to know how fast you're going, or you're solving a physics problem, and you need to know how many meters per second you have. Let's just convert this into units of meters per second, which is just a different way of bookkeeping units for how fast we're moving. Okay, so let's work on the miles term first over there. Let's convert that into units of meters. Okay, so what we have to do is multiply by 1 here. So let's just set up a fraction. So anything divided by itself is going to give you 1. Right? So we want to get rid of the units of miles. So let's set this up so that we have miles in the denominator. And then let's just say we know how many feet there are in a mile. Right? So you can look this up. It's just 5,280 feet in 1 mile. Okay. So what we've done here is algebraically cancel this mile with that mile right there. Okay, so if we were to multiply 35 times 5,280, we would end up with however many feet per hour we were moving. But that's not what we're interested in this example, right? So we need to multiply by 1 again so we can remove the unit of feet and get that into our target of units of meters. Okay, so how many meters are in 1 foot? Well, you can look this up if you like. It's 1 foot is 0.3048 meters. Okay, so let's check our progress. We've now canceled the units of feet with feet. That's good. So we're making some progress. And now we have units of meters divided by hours, which is still not quite our target. So let's multiply by 1 yet again. And this time what we want to cancel is the hours in the denominator over here. Okay, so now we need to put our units of hours in the numerator, and then let's put units of seconds in the denominator there. Okay, so there are 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. Our hours units are going to cancel right there. And what we're left with is units of, the only things remaining in the numerator are our units of meters and seconds. So what remains in our answer is going to have units of meters per second. That was our target. And then to figure out how many we have, all we do is enter into our calculator 35 multiplied by 5,280 multiplied by 0.3048 divided by 3,600. And that number that we'll get associated with that is 15.6. Okay, so whenever you do a calculation like this, just remember that you keep multiplying by 1 as many times as you need to, and then you'll end up with hopefully the useful unit.